Saying yes to everything is destroying your business growth. You want to scale quickly? Start saying no to most opportunities in your life. That's the truth. In business, new ideas, requests, and opportunities hit you every day. It feels like you should grab them all just in case. But if you keep saying yes to everything, you'll drown in busy work, in other people's agendas, and in burnout. Your vision will stall because you're too scattered to execute on what actually matters. Look at Steve Jobs. When he returned to a struggling Apple in 1997, the company was chasing projects in 18 different directions. Apple had a ton of products and ideas on the table, and it was going nowhere. Jobs' first act was to slash their product line from hundreds of products down to just a handful. He literally killed off good ideas by the thousands so the great ideas could live. People thought he was crazy, but by saying no to almost everything, he saved Apple. He later said, "Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." And Apple's explosive growth after 1997 proved him right. Cutting those projects provided the laser focus that brought us the iMac, the iPhones, and what we know as Apple today. Before I started this YouTube channel, I had a website with over 100,000 pages of content, entrepreneur stories, resources, partnerships. It was my baby. It was doing well on paper, and I had a team of 8 people working on it, but my heart wasn't in it anymore. It felt like a content factory, and I didn't enjoy it. So one night, I made one of the scariest decisions of my life. I told my team, I'm shutting it all down and moving the entire team to YouTube. Overnight, I deleted the site, wiped out years of work, and replaced it with a single page that basically said, we're figuring stuff out and we're moving to YouTube now. Everyone around me thought I'd lost my mind. To them, it was reckless, throwing away a successful business. But I knew in my gut, doing work you don't love is the real risk. Continuing that huge website that no longer inspired me was a slow death. The safe move was to pivot into what I did love, making videos. So I told myself, doing something you don't like anymore is the risky thing. The safe choice is to move towards what you do love. And you know what? Shutting down that 100,000 page site and saying no to its endless demands was a defining moment that built my YouTube empire. That one no let me give all my energy to YouTube. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm afraid to miss out on opportunities or offend people if I say no. And I hear you. Every entrepreneur feels that. You worry that if you decline an invite or turn down a client or pass an idea, you'll miss your one big break. You worry you're going to upset people. But every time you say yes when you should say no, you are already missing out on your focus, your energy, and your greatness. If you say yes to 5 mediocre opportunities, you've said no to one excellent opportunity you no longer have time for. You can't do it all. And if you try, you'll do nothing well. As for offending people, the right partners, clients, friends, they will respect you more for being clear about your priorities. And the people who get angry when you set healthy boundaries, they're not the people who will help you grow anyway. So don't sacrifice your dream to avoid a temporary awkward conversation. Missing out on one small thing is nothing compared to missing out on your dream because you were too busy people pleasing. All right, so how do you actually do this? How does saying no translate into real business growth for you? Let's break it down. If you've been here before, drop a hashtag Believe in the comments below so I can feature you here in a future video. And if you're new, welcome to Believe Nation, the only channel that helps you believe in yourself daily, one video at a time. Believe. How saying no grows your business faster. You protect your focus, and focus multiplies progress. Every yes you give is a slice of your time and attention. Spread yourself across 10 projects, and none of them get your best. But when you say no to distractions, you free up massive mental bandwidth for the 1 or 2 things that truly move the needle. There's a reason Warren Buffett says very successful people say no to almost everything. They protect their focus like gold. Studies show that each time you switch tasks, you can lose up to 40% of your productive time. Imagine chopping away 40% of your day just because you're juggling too many things. That's what happens when you don't say no. But when you do protect your focus, you enter deep work. You get in the zone and make real progress fast. Think about my story or Steve Jobs's. Cutting the clutter, let us explode forward. Your dream deserves that same focus. Say no to 5 things so you can crush the one big thing. The result is faster growth than you ever get by being a yes man or yes woman. It prevents burnout and overwhelm. Saying no isn't just about speed, it's about sustainability. You are the engine of your business. And if you burn out, everything stops. One of the top reasons entrepreneurs burn out is overcommitment. You load up your calendar with 100 tasks and please everyone except yourself. By contrast, setting clear boundaries and saying no when you need to is proven to boost productivity and prevent burnout. In a recent study, entrepreneurs of every generation ranked the ability to increase focus and say no as critical for their productivity and sanity. You can't pour from an empty cup. When you start saying no, you reclaim time to rest, to think, to actually strategize instead of always scrambling. Maybe that means no to meetings after 6 o'clock, or no to clients that drain you. Early in my career, I tried to hustle 24/7 and say yes to everything, and I hit a wall. I learned that if you overload, you shut down, and then you're no good to anyone. But when you pace yourself and decline extra obligations, you can bring consistent energy every day. Consistency beats spurts of overwork followed by collapse. Your business will grow faster when you are at your best, and that means protecting your mental and physical health. So give yourself permission to say, I can't take this on right now, and watch how much further you go over the long term. Also, if you want to take real action after this video, I made a free worksheet just for you. It covers the top lessons from today, gives you space to write your biggest takeaways, and helps you build a simple action plan. It's 100% free. Just click the link in the description to go grab it. I'll see you there. Quality and impact go up. When you stop trying to do everything, you can finally do something right. Saying no leads to better work because you're not stretched paper thin. Think of a restaurant with a 10-page menu versus one with a focused 5-item menu. The 5-item place is usually phenomenal at those 5 dishes. The 10-page menu, probably mediocre. Your business is the same. If you as a CEO or founder are involved in every minor project, you can't devote the attention needed to make any one project outstanding. But if you say, no, we're not chasing that shiny idea this quarter, you can double down on executing your primary strategy with excellence. The result is happier customers, better reviews, more referrals, faster growth. When I shifted fully to YouTube, for example, I went from doing an okay job at many things to doing a much better job at one thing, making videos for entrepreneurs. Our content quality shot up because all of our creative energy was in one place. Viewers noticed and we grew. Saying no to some opportunities is really saying yes to giving your best to what's left. And greatness comes from giving your best. Psychologically, it also puts you in a flow state. You're not constantly context switching, so you can refine and master your craft. And over time, being excellent at a few things will beat being just okay at many things. Your reputation will soar, and so will your results. You save time for the right opportunities. Not every opportunity is equal. 10 small gigs that pay pennies are not worth the one big deal that changes your life. But if your schedule is packed with the small stuff, you'll never even notice the big ones. Saying no creates open space in your calendar and in your mind. And that space is where the breakthroughs happen. It's where you can pursue that strategic partnership, that product development, that $1 million client when it comes along. If it's not a hell yes, it should be a no. That's a rule that I love. Be selective. This not only preserves your energy, as we talked about, but it means when a truly great opportunity appears, you can jump on it 100%. Opportunities are always coming and going. If you're buried in low-value yeses, you'll be too slow or too exhausted to seize the high-value yes that could change your life. Treat your time like the precious resource that it is. It's finite. So audit your commitments. Which ones are nice to have versus game changers? Cut ruthlessly. This isn't about being lazy or avoiding work. You'll work harder on the few things that actually count, but it's about not being busy for the sake of busy. Remember, being busy is not the same as being productive. The most successful entrepreneurs often look like they're doing less than others, but in reality, they're doing far more of the 1 or 2 things that matter. That's the only way to get exponential results. Create room for greatness to enter. It builds your confidence and defines your brand. Every time you say no to something that isn't right, you're telling yourself and the world that you know your value and your mission, and that's powerful. Think about it. When you politely decline an offer that doesn't fit, you're essentially saying, I know what I'm worth and what I need to focus on. That confidence becomes part of your brand. People will start approaching you with better offers because they know you won't accept just anything. You train others to respect your time. More importantly, you train yourself to trust your judgment. In my case, saying no to my old website business and saying yes to YouTube was a huge confidence booster. It proved to me that I could make a tough call in service of my dream, and I've carried that forward. Believing in yourself is at the core of everything that I teach, and saying no is a big part of self-belief. You need to believe that your goals and your time are worthy of protection. It's an emotional hurdle. You might feel fear or guilt at first, but every time you enforce your boundaries, you get stronger. You start to own your journey instead of renting it out to everyone else. And here's something amazing. Others will notice your new strength. Your ideal clients, your partners, even team members will be drawn to that clarity of purpose you now have. Saying no can actually inspire people. It shows conviction. It shows you're mission driven. In a world where everyone is chasing everything, the person with direction stands out. You become a leader by sticking to your vision. So next time you're tempted to say yes out of fear, pause. Ask yourself, does this align with the person you're becoming and the business you're building? If not, saying no is an act of leadership. It's you leading you, and that confidence will translate into greater success. The bottom line is saying no is not about negativity. It's about making room for big wins. You're not just rejecting things, you're choosing where your brilliance goes. When you say no to one thing, you're really saying yes to something bigger. You're saying yes to your vision, yes to your focus, yes to your health, yes to your best work. That is how your business grows faster, because you grow faster and you give yourself the chance to fully capitalize on the best opportunities. You have the courage to do this. I know it's not easy. It's hard to turn people down or pass on an idea, but this is the price of admission for your greatness. Protect your dream at all costs. Be bold enough to say no when your heart tells you to. Your future self will thank you for it when you're reaping the rewards of all those brilliant yeses you finally had space to pursue. And congratulations, you're one video closer to who you're meant to be. Believe. To watch the 5 warning signs your morning routine might need to be improved, check the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. Do you want to know the 5 warning signs your morning routine needs improvement? Perhaps you already feel each sunrise finds you stressed and scrambling. This is urgent because those early hours shape your whole day.